Hey guys, 91 Extreme RT here with a quick 1.08 Diablo 3 Barbarian build. Now, to start off with the gear, you're going to want to stack the strength, obviously, attack speed, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage. I use a two-hander with this spec, and I use a critical hit damage increase gem in my weapon, more or less because it gives a couple thousand more DPS, I think like 3,000 more DPS versus min-max ruby in the weapon. For stats, I got around 400 and so, all resistances, 67% damage reduction. That comes with all the armor for my gear. And let's get into the skills here. Now, this is going to be a leap and smash spec. So, my single target ability that I use is Frenzy with the Maniac rune to increase my damage. So basically what I'll do is I'll melee a random guy, like out in the field or whatever, get my Frenzy stacks up, and then I will leap into the middle of a group, and then I will drop my Earthquake. Now, I use Earthquake with Mountain's Call. It reduces the Fury cost to 0, and reduces the cooldown by 15 seconds. Now, this ability, I've tested this on MP5 so far, because I have good gear on. I do 162,000 damage in this spec right now, but that's on a limited budget with as much gold as I had left. So, but this will like destroy an elite mob like really quick. Well, assuming in a partied game where it's all 4 players are in there and everything has a shitload of health, even with that, Earthquake can take them down to about half really quick, and it's pretty damn good. I use Leap and Death from Above to stun everything around me. And when I leap and when I land, I use Overpower with Revel. Heal percent of my max life for every enemy hit. Usually the leap and the Overpower will kill all the enemies around me alone, but assuming I do get hit, it usually procs my Revenge. And I use Revenge with Provocation rune. It increases the chance Revenge will become active to 30%. So basically doubles the chance it becomes active. And basically, with all this together, I do have life on hit with the Bloodthirst thing down here. So whenever I use Revenge, even with as little gear as I have, and the 160,000 damage that I do, according to this, I've crit for over 800,000 already with this, which is pretty damn high considering the DPS is that low. So Revenge hits extremely hard. Now, my last one I use is Warcry with Impunity, just to increase all my resistances and armor, so it just helps with survivability because it is a melee spec. Now, for the passives, I use Ruthless, critical hit chance increased, and critical hit damage increased. I use Bloodthirst, gain 3% of all my damage done as life, and Brawler. As long as there's 3 enemies within 8 yards, all of your damage is increased by 30%. Now, that's pretty damn good. Now, with all that, with having the Bloodthirsty passive, any ability I use here, whether it's Leap and I hit people, or Overpower, I can be almost dead and hit Overpower and it will heal me right to full because it does so much damage. Revenge, if I use Revenge on even just one guy, it'll heal me to full, just because it crits for like an extremely high amount of damage. I don't know if there was some buffs on me in that one multiplayer game I did this morning, but I was critting most of the time around 750,000, and sometimes all the way up to 840,000 with this spec. And that was an AoE crit. That was a crit on everything around me. So it's pretty damn good. So basically how this spec works, obviously you want to keep up your Warcry, build up that, and you're going to jump in, then use your Overpower. Then, as soon as that, you just drop your Earthquake and let all hell break loose. And as soon as you get hit, you want to keep your Revenge on cooldown. Keep spamming that because that'll keep you alive. In a 4-player match, I was out by myself and I came into this really big group of Moon Clan goat guys or whatever they are out in the Festering Woods, and I just kept spamming revenge because it kept proccing. I just kept spamming that button and it kept me at full health. Like I would almost die. I'd hit it once, bam, back to full. And let's say if that wasn't procced, I would hit my overpower or my leap to restun them to give me a couple seconds to get some health back and pop a potion. So let's do some multiplayer gameplay with this. It's a really fun spec. This is actually a spec I created back when Diablo 3 first launched, and this is my first time playing my Barbarian since then. So it's been well over a year since I played this character, so let's go out and have some fun. Alright, time for some gameplay. Ooh, this is going to be fun. This is where Earthquake comes in handy. Watch everything just melt. Hello, Key Warden. Alright, and there you go. That's a little bit of gameplay for the spec. I'm going to go find some other stuff to kill here. Ooh, this looks like fun. Ooh, I really like this spec. It's still good. Here we go. Alright, you're getting earthquaked, fat fuck. So yeah, there we go. A little bit of gameplay with this spec. Figured I'd show some of that because, well, there's no point in telling you a spec without actually showing you how it works and, you know, how, you know, decent it is, or, you know, just to explain things. So I saved that earthquake for big mobs or big fat fucks like that dude. So because that earthquake is just insane. It's 2,000% damage, for fuck's sake. I mean, that's a lot. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little spec video for the Barbarian. Give it a whirl. It's really fun to play. Obviously, you people with a lot better gear than I do that have actually kept up with your character as the game's progressed, you're going to have a lot better gear than I do. My gear is pretty good, but obviously it could be better. So alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little Barbarian spec video. Alright, see you later.